Today's cinematic atrocity topic will be Foodfight, a animated film from 2012. This one has a really interesting sort of backstory. I don't remember where I heard about this from, but it's a 90-minute film that came out in 2012. However, it has a really weird backstory to it. It was originally conceived in 2003, and it was in development hell for about 9 years, and then they finally made it. This movie is just, it's pure trash. It really is. If you're unfamiliar, Foodfight is a computer generated 3D animated film about Dex Dogtective. He is a cereal mascot, and he comes to life every night in a grocery store, hangs out with the other icons of brands. They call themselves Ikes, and he's like a chief enforcer. So whenever an icon goes bad, commits a crime, he has to bring them to justice. He's got his plucky sidekick, Dangerous Dan, who's like a chocolate squirrel, and then you've got his girlfriend, Sunshine Goodness, a detergent mascot. And however, the vicious brand X is introduced to the grocery store by a really eccentric inventor, and then Lady X shows up, and she wants to basically replace all the supermarket brands with their own sort of generic knockoff and her lizard men Nazi army. I'm not shitting you. This is the worst thing I've ever seen, mainly because it feels like it's like a corporate product. It's a soulless husk of an animated film. I mean, you've got a killer voice cast, but the movie costs anywhere between $45 to $65 million. And this is the result of that. It honestly, there's a rumor going around that, you know, they made the movie and then they lost it, so they just refilmed everything, paid everyone again, and that's why the 3D animation looks so terrible, because the characters don't blink when they should, but they move their arms, so you end up getting this weird kind of like, oh no, you've like done the thing, and it looks really weird. Like the first half hour was a little bit enjoyable because I'm like, wow, this animation is really awful, but it gets really old. And I think the movie, I watched about like an hour and 10 minutes out of 90, and I turned it off because I was really tired, forgot about it. The next day I was like, oh, I'm off work, let's watch a movie. And then I remembered I had to watch this. This is just so tedious, unfunny. The animation's terrible. The story is thin. It's just like, they use food puns a lot, and they're not funny. Sometimes they don't even use food puns. They just reference food. There's a sequence where Dex and Dan are cornered by a Nazi inspired lizard henchwoman, and he's like, let's make like strawberry jam and get out of here. That's not even a joke. That's not even a pun. It's just he just said a food word in normal conversation. And then they try to use like cleaning solution puns because they run out of food ones, I guess. But this movie stars the voice talent of Charlie Sheen, Wayne Brady, Haley Duff, Chris Kattan, and Christopher Lloyd. Christopher Lloyd plays the eccentric inventor of Brand X, but he walks around like he's on meth. It's so jarring. The movie's just really unfunny and boring. It did make me laugh twice, though. In the climactic finale, all of the brands, the Ikes, get together to defeat the lizard-faced Nazi army, and there's a scene where they're going to dump hot cocoa on them, but then he's like, wait, marshmallows, and they put marshmallows all over the hot cocoa before dumping it on them like hot tar. That was pretty funny. Just an actual joke that made it into the movie that made me laugh. And this movie just feels like an AI. And there's another joke involving ketchup bottles that's kind of funny, but like, who is this marketed for? Why would you create this and try to sell it to children? Children are not going to want to buy these fictional brands. There's some real brands in there. I saw Mr. Clean. There's this porpoise guy. I don't know, what is that, like a Charlie? That's the Twinkie. The Vlasic guy? Oh, okay. So like, yeah, these brands are not going to make you want to buy more things just because they're in the movie. And they didn't use actual like cereal mascots, because that would have been more interesting, right? Tony the Tiger as like a private detective. I guess Kellogg's is just too cowardly. And then there was some cross marketing that, you know, netted. I think they funded the movie, so they got like 100 million. Maybe they got paid by all the brands, and that covered the price of the movie. But this movie feels like corruption. Like they didn't even actually make the movie. They like just skimmed off the top and pocketed 50 mil, 100 mil, and then used the rest to make a cheap like knockoff like Springtime for Hitler. So like this movie is just, let me see who wrote it. It was written by 4 different people, holy crap, including the director. He produced it as well, and he did the story. Wow, that person just, this movie is just like a really awful pastiche of the worst things. It's a soulless husk of a byproduct, probably not even written by 4 people, but by AI. And I didn't enjoy it. And even as a, you know, a hate watch, a cinematic atrocity, not even that funny. It was just really boring, and I give it a cinematic atrocity score of 2 out of 10.